Hi, I'm Stuart Flint from Flint Analytics, and in this series I'm going to look at some of the technology that I use to do data science. Talk about SAS and why I moved away from it as my primary coding tool. Now, firstly, I need to say that I loved using SAS. I used it for 10 plus years. I just loved using it. There were periods of periods of my career where I was using it every hour of the day and then dreaming about it at night. That's how much I used it. So I guess the start of my journey with SAS was around people giving me snippets of code that I would then say, okay, well that did this, and so I would just keep proc tabulate or proc freak or a data step that did a certain thing, and that was great for being able to do some things at the start. Then as I got more and more experienced, I was able to actually predict and understand that the program data vector did certain things which allowed me to then predict, if I add code in this way, this is what the output will be. And I think the output of that was that I got huge power in knowing that I could create a box or an engine, that whatever the inputs I had, I was able to take a box, I was able to put some code together, package it up, and get the outputs that I needed to get, which felt very powerful that I was able to do that. So why would I then, with that power, then decide to move away from this tool that I'd loved for 10 years? Why did I do that? Well, firstly, I don't feel that SAS is a particularly transferable skill. It's great if you're going to go into an organization that is a heavy SAS user that has enterprise-wide licenses. But for me, who was looking to kind of move into different industries and different different areas, I wanted to be able to go into those companies and add value straight away. And now, as a freelancer, as a consultant, I want to go in there and be able to add value straight away by being able to code and bring solutions into that without needing to engage in license discussions around certain components of SAS. The other thing that I know I've sort of come across is that a lot of SAS's products are add-ons, and they have different pricing for different add-ons, and that's not a uniform pricing. That's a price by organization basis, which just adds to the complexity, adds to the challenge in I guess developing those business cases. And so I started to look elsewhere, and I was lucky enough to find R and Python available to start using, and began to use them outside through training, online training platforms to actually then get better at R and Python. And I think this is really where I am now, is that I can, in R and Python, create those same boxes and engines. And I would say the power is even enhanced because of all of the packages that other people have written in terms of machine learning with something like scikit-learn in Python, or R Markdown in R, or dplyr in R, that the things that I would have done with data steps now feel a lot and proc freaks would have are now much easier in dplyr than they would have been before with SAS. And so it's been a really positive shift for me in order to sort of learn those, and it has required additional time for me to develop and get the syntax and the language understood. But now I'm in this place where I'm feeling that immense power again, but I'm feeling like it was amazingly positive experience for me, and it opens up the ability to come into an organization tomorrow, install something which is free, and begin utilizing the code that I've got parked and ready to deploy straight away. So that's why I moved away from SAS.